Lifespan is the full process of human development, from conception to death. It is a histolic approach to understanding all of the histolic, emotional, and social changes that a person goes through throughout their life. A person's life can be broken down into 6 simple stages. These stages have smaller stages within them. These stages include infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, late adulthood, and death. Infancy is the development of humans from birth to 2 years of age. This stage helps people become better aware of physiological characteristics that the infant will develop and experience within their first 2 years of life. During the infancy stage, the infant is very dependent on the adult, making the bond between the infant and caregiver very strong and emotional in later years to come. A theory within this stage is the attachment theory. This is when a caregiver and infant have an emotional and physical bond between them two. The infant is attached to the caregiver because they feel safe, warm, and secure from everything outside of them. The child development of the childhood stage, which is 2 to 10 years old. During this stage, children become increasingly independent from their parents as they begin to learn to do things for themselves. Conjugative skills development, they begin to understand the difference between right and wrong, the understanding gender and autism spectrum theory are associated with this stage. Many children are given a sex while a child's gender is assigned to them. What I mean by this is that we are born a sex, but our families assign us a gender based on our sex. Because this is what we are taught, we don't know any better. Autism is discovered within this age range. Autism is a development disorder that impairs the ability to communicate, which can make it difficult for one with autism to communicate and tell you how they feel or who they really want to be. Adolescence typically begins around this age, 10 to 20, with a thought process of logic, complex, and idealistic. The development stages of adolescence typically include physical, sexual, and social emotional development. Adolescents tend to dominate by seeking independence from parents and start developing their own identities. Puberty plays a big role during this stage. The changes in body, voice, and mind makes adolescence the most awkward stage of all. Early adulthood is between the ages of 20 to 40. This is when grown-ups become even more independent and will explore different life possibilities. I say more independent because here is where you will develop financial independence and where you establish a career. Cohabitation is very common in adulthood because here they will find and select their partners where they will develop a relationship and eventually have a family of their own. Cohabitation can be a touchy subject though, because of many people's beliefs, religions, and readiness. Cohabitation is normally during adulthood because many people want to see if they are able to live and grow with someone before they get married. Late adulthood is between the ages of 40 to 65. This is where it's important to find meaning and satisfaction in their life rather than bitterness and hate. This is the period of expanding and reaching out your social and personal involvement in relationships by advancing a career and supporting offspring during their developments. Whether it's a pay raise, promotion, or even layoffs, ageism plays a huge role during this stage. Ageism is a prejudice and discrimination on the grounds of a person's age. The curtain closer, also known as death. In this stage, you are the ages between 65 and plus. This is the age where you do not worry about work or children each and every day, where you make peace with the world and live the best years of your life. Unfortunately, with this stage, death and dying become more regular. Death is Your final farewell. Death tends to make people very uncomfortable, and many people avoid the subject altogether. But dying is normal and needs to be talked about more so that it wouldn't become a shock when it does happen. Everyone lives their lives differently and tends to make the most out of every single day. But in the end, everyone seems to come back down to the 6 main stages of lifespan: infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, late adulthood, and death. Thank you.